Hello and welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. And we are climbing. We are now at rank number 6. This is the highest rank we've ever been. I was 5 last night, but somebody crept up on me. But we are now rank number 6. We're getting close. This is the closest we've ever been. Let's head into a draft and see if we can get to rank number 4, number 5 maybe. As you move up, you have to win like sometimes 2, 3, 4 matches to even move up a rank. So it is tough. It is tough. All right. Before this draft fires, I do want to say, if you wanted to support all the content that I make, I did launch my Patreon channel. Shout out to all the current patrons. Really do appreciate your support. So the link is in the description below. You can check it out. And now we're drafting for keeps, for reals. And it's another ANZRAG. We opened this a few days ago. Was pretty good for us. I mean, well, no, Vannifar won us basically every game, but ANZRAG the Quake Mole is just a total beater. I mean, 4 mana for an 8/4, just pure stats-wise, is completely ridiculous. And when you take something like an ANZRAG, something like a Fanatical Strength just becomes, I mean, this combo, I mean, you might as well just call it Splinter Twin, right? You attack, they try to block to try to survive, and you're just like, yep, trample, take a gazillion, and attack you again. So I'm going to take the ANZRAG. I think it's just red-green is not the color combination that I typically go often. It's certainly splashable, but I think you can just, if you do draft the right deck around this, you can just completely devastate your opponents. Turn 2 Tipster, turn 3 ANZRAG, plus Combat Trick, game. Good pack though. Surveillance Monitor, Inside Source, and Market Watch Phantom are all decent options, but let's go ahead and take the Mythic. Can't go too wrong. And wow, what an uncommon run. First of all, it's a pack with 5 uncommons. I'm still getting used to the fact that you can just open wild numbers of uncommons and rares now. It doesn't feel like the magic of yesteryear. But I have to adjust with the times. And I'm going to take Torch the Witness. Neighborhood Guardian, I think it's close between Neighborhood Guardian and Torch the Witness, depending on what you want to do. Let's say I first picked an Inside Source, then I might have taken the Neighborhood Guardian here, just to kind of stay white. But given that we've taken the ANZRAG, it's a pretty easy Torch the Witness. Premium removal spell gets you a clue. This is one of the best removal spells in the entire format because I like killing things and drawing cards. And if you want to win it limited, you should too. Hard-hitting questions, extract question, cold case cracker, all decent cards out of this pack. Just giving the thing. All right, so go. Oh my! Oh me, oh my! What a wondrous start to this draft. No commons in sight for our draft so far. Pick 2 and pick 3, Torch the Witness. Very, very happy about that. Now, we'll note that we're not seeing a ton of green, but it's still pretty early. So I don't know about this ANZRAG. I mean, you can still try to splash it. I mean, I want to try to be red-green if possible, but double Torch the Witness and ANZRAG, incredible start so far. The other option in this pack would be like a Topiary Panther, I guess, maybe Felonious Rage, but we are very, very happy with our double Torch the Witness start here. Okay, no green cards still, and the best card in this pack is Long Goodbye. I do need to be mindful of the fact that I don't have that many creatures right now. There's also a Fester Leech, but I think Long Goodbye is better. Perhaps we can end up in red-black? I don't know. There's a Public Thoroughfare, but I'm not a big fan. I mean, I'll take the Long Goodbye, but that certainly could be a pick where I should have taken the Fester Leech. Okay, yeah, red-black does seem open. There's a Runebrand Juggler and also a Person of Interest in the pack along with a couple of white cards. Green definitely does not seem open. And you know what's interesting? As much as I like Runebrand Juggler, I think this card is good. I actually think Person of Interest is better. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Person of Interest over the Runebrand Juggler. It still gives us the option of still staying red-green if possible as well, which ideally that's what could happen, but that's not the case. All right. We are clearly supposed to be in Rakdos here, and we'll move in accordingly. Like I said, I do like and prioritize 2-mana creatures, but I just think Person of Interest is a cut above all the other cards all the other creatures that you can play at 4. So I really prioritize the Person of Interest highly. And like I said, you do get a little bit of flexibility there. All right. But now that we're definitely in red-black, if I have that choice again, probably taking the Juggler. And now we have this pack. We have Felonious Rage as an okay combat trick, or a Fairy Snoop if I wanted to play a slower game. Our spell count is pretty high. I don't think I need this Felonious Rage right now. I'm just going to take a Fairy Snoop just to... I would ideally not have to play this if I can help it, but I'm just taking it just in case I end up some other color combination. If I don't end up in black, for example. For example, this is a really, really late Gleaming Gear Drake. I think I just take it, to be honest. I mean, blue-red specifically could be very open. That's also a late Lockstead Eavesdropper, but green just really doesn't seem open to me. So I think it's better for me to take the Gear Drake here over the Elephant, and perhaps move into blue-red, maybe splash into ANZRAG if we can. And I'll take Reasonable Doubt here as another playable 2-drop. I'm not a big fan of the Basilica Stalker. Fanatical Strength plus ANZRAG is a thing. I don't really like Goblin Maskmaker. Could take the Repeat Offender. I think I know we have this ANZRAG, but I think I'm pretty off green. So I'm gonna take the Repeat Offender in case we just end up red-black. So kind of going back and forth right now on what our secondary color should be. Oh, Fester Leech table, yeah, black. Black is where we need to be. Black is where we need to be. So let's remove all the other cards and have something like this laid out with the possibility of a splash for the ANZRAG. So there's a Judith in this pack, but I don't actually think Judith is good, but there's nothing else in this pack, right? Should I try it? Should I try the Judith? Or should I look to find a way to splash ANZRAG? I really do not think this card is very good. It's got a very low win rate, even among top players. Like, I'm taking a look right now. It's got a games played win rate of 54% among players who have like 60+% win rates. So that's quite bad. So I can take either a Gravestone Strider or a Scene of the Crime. I'll take Scene of the Crime here, just as a color fixer. We'll take Scene of the Crime. I don't mind this card. You can cycle it in the late game. Gives you that green source that you need for ANZRAG. Not great with like Runebrand Juggler, but I think that's okay. Here, pretty weak pack. Best green card here is Nervous Gardener, but I'll just take a Soul Enervation as another removal spell and move on from there. There's also an Innocent Bystander. If I find that I desperately need cheap creatures, I'll definitely start picking up some Innocent Bystanders if we can. There's another Innocent Bystander, Slice from the Shadows, but I'm still going to take a Shock here. But now our removal count's getting kind of high, which is never that bad, but something to be mindful of as we continue down this path, noting that as we move on, we should prioritize creatures over removal spells fairly soon. But we're not seeing a single red or black creature. Assassin's Trophy, I've gone over many times where I don't think this card is very good. It's a card that you can only really cast in the late game, and we already have a bunch of removal spells. I think we're taking a murder here. I think we're taking a murder. And our removal is phenomenal. I gotta do it. I have to do it. What is this pack? Why is there a Vannifar and an ANZRAG? I gotta do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're taking the second ANZRAG. We're clearly supposed to be red-black, so I think if we play this, we're gonna try to figure out how to splash for this card. Vannifar is also ridiculous. Those were the two rares that really carried us in previous games. In the previous deck where we had Vannifar and ANZRAG, but let's take the ANZRAG number 2. ANZRAG number 2. Now, it's not surprising that green is open this way because we were getting cut in the first pack, right? So it's not surprising that we're seeing all the green now. But the odd part is we're not really seeing a whole lot of red or black. So that's kind of unfortunate. You would think that based off of what we passed, we shouldn't be seeing cards like this. I will take, I guess, a Concealed Weapon, but I really don't want to play it. Now there's a Tunnel Tipster. Yeah, this is sad times. Sad times. Nothing really here for us either. I don't want to take any of these cards. I guess I'll take a Tipster. Maybe I should have taken a different green card as well. All right. Clandestine Meddler at least is a playable 3, so we'll take that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 cards here. This could be a Shady Informant deck just because we are lacking in playables. And, oh, there's an innocent bystander. I'll take that too on the table. So pack 2 was pretty bad, actually. The person passing to us, my father, taking all the cards that I need. Taking all the cards that I need, and we are not happy about it. We are upset, in fact. But we will still figure out a way to make this work. Interesting pack here. This is a pack with another really good removal spell in Deadly Complication. I think I want to take that. I don't like Public Thoroughfare that much. But we are getting to the point where we do need more removal spells. Or not removal spells. We do need some fixing for the ANZRAGs if we want to play it. Huh. That's also an intrude on the mind, but we can't take that. I'll take the Deadly Complication here. I just think it's a slight cut above everything else. But here, I'm going to take the Buzz Crusher. Now, I know Buzz Crusher doesn't quite have the highest win rate, but I feel like in a deck with a ton of removal spells, it's a pretty good win condition, and we already have a million removal spells. In a vacuum, normally, I would take Deadly Complication over the Buzz Crusher, but here, I'll just take the Buzz Crusher. And now we're going to take Case of the Shattered Pact. I need to find some ways to get green mana here. Let's see, we're looking at red, black, green, blue. We need a creature that's white that we can face up. But I'll take the Case here just because there's no great red or black cards in this pack. And the Case of the Shattered Pact does allow us to get a forest to play the ANZRAG. Now I'm going to take... It's either the Basilica Stalker or the Night Drinker Moroi. I like the Night Drinker Moroi a little more. It just hits kind of hard. So I think I prefer it. Put this as a face down card. And what do we have here? Yeah, I mean, we also knew that red and blue were open. Is this a Polygraph Orb deck? I haven't really drafted this card very much. No, I'm going to just take Gadget Technician. We can still flip this up. And we do need more creatures. Let's go ahead and take that. There's a Leering Onlooker. I'd be shocked if I take anything else. Yep. Solid 2-mana card for the deck. I do like Toxin Analysis, but let's take the Leering Onlooker there. And now we're looking at a pack with Long Goodbye, Basilica Stalker, and Fairy Snoop. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 creatures. That's okay. And these other creatures are kind of mediocre. I guess I'll just take another Long Goodbye here. This does help shore up the fact that we don't have a ton of cheap things. So this, in conjunction with the other creatures, does allow us to get in for some damage. Here, nothing I really want. I already have a Mortipede. Guess I'll take a Detonation, but I doubt we're going to play it. There is a... I don't think we need this Murder. That's another Gleaming Gear Drake. We could have had the Satchel. Like, red, blue, and red, black were kind of open. I'm actually going to take the first Toxin Analysis over the Murder, just to have a little more variety in the way that I attack. I don't actually know what's better between Offender at Large and Riftburst Hellion. Yeah, I'm not actually sure which one I like better. Let me know what you like better. All right, this deck I'm not super thrilled about. I'm not going to lie to you. I am not super thrilled about this deck. It didn't end up... I thought black was more open than it maybe ended up being. I'm not sure. But here we are, and we are going to try to make the most of this. Let's play another Swamp. 13, 14, is this like a 7/7/2/1 mana base with a Case of the Shattered Pact? Probably. We have the Buzz Crusher. I mean, that's the face down creature I dislike the most, I think, out of all of these. And I do want a decent curve. So this does seem like our deck. And Case of the Shattered Pact is going to help with our mana. And because we have the Scene of the Crime, this cycles. So I'm okay playing with 18, even though our curve isn't super high. I also really like toxin analysis with suspect creatures, and we have a couple of cards that allow us to suspect. This is 14 creatures. I definitely don't want to go below that. So probably just going to need to cut one of these spells. You know what? I think Soul Enervation might actually be the worst removal spell here. It costs 4 mana. It's not the most efficient removal spell, right? And we're not really exiling cards out of our graveyard either to get that drain effect going. We have 0 escape cards. Or I keep calling it escape. We have 0 ways to collect evidence. We only have Leering Onlooker to exile. So I feel like I'm going to... Because I think I'm pretty decent on removal already with everything else that I have. I think I can cut the Soul Enervation. So let's try that. Let's try this. ANZRAG, you're going to have to do some work. We're just going to cast ANZRAG, kill all their creatures, and we'll be okay. You know, this is the telltale sign of how you know a color is not great. Even when it even though it felt like black was obscenely open, I'm still not super happy with how it turned out. That's just kind of the nature. The problem is the black creatures are all so bad. Like, sure, you have decent removal, but that's basically it. This is where Long Goodbye really shines, because they're going to play a face-down creature, and boom, you get to trade up on mana. Bam. That's what did I say? It's always Nervous Gardener. It's always Nervous Gardener. And we naturally drew Forest. So this is a nice one. We have turn 4 ANZRAG available to us. And I drew the second Forest. ANZRAG time. Boom. They need Torch the Witness here. I think that's the only card they can have that can kill it with an empty board. It's a Torch the Witness. Golly. Golly. No, it's not. It's Yaris. It's Yaris. Oh, that's incredible. That is incredible. Do I want to torch this or murder? I think I want to keep the instant speed of the murder up. So let's go ahead and torch this for 3. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have also fetched for a swamp, attack with both, or attack with the ANZRAG. If they block, then I murder it, and then I attack again. No, murdering it is just the same, I guess. All right, we have won, and we are now rank 5, powered by ANZRAG. Powered by ANZRAG. Okay. Rank 5, 1-0. Rakdos ANZRAG is what we're going to call this. This is not a combo. Scene of the Crime plus the Runebrand Juggler. But I'll definitely keep this still. I could have also taken Gravestone Strider over Scene of the Crime. That was the other option. Maybe I should have. Maybe that's just a better card to take in that spot. Whoa. We are getting aggressive. So I'm going to lead with Swamp here over Scene of the Crime. The reason being is this gives me the out of still drawing a mountain to play the Runebrand Juggler. And if I don't draw the mountain, then I can play Scene of the Crime. I don't think it's going to hurt us too much. I mean, I suppose we can draw a different 2-drop to play, but we still have lands drops number 2 and 3 to make that are untapped. So I think it's fine that this is the situation. Turn 1 Form Familiar, though, it tells me that they're really looking to beat me down. Our hand is a little bit awkward. Wait, these two... I feel like if you play a deck with They Went This Way, you don't really want to be playing Form Familiar turn 1. But it is what it is. So it's kind of interesting in terms of what we want to play this turn. I think I'm just going to go Snoop. Because next turn, I can actually just play a face-up Gadget Technician with Scene of the Crime. And I do think that's pretty good. This could be a slice for 2. No, it's just a face-down card. Nervous Gardener. Okay, they're ramping. They're getting mana. All right, we drew Murder, but I think this is just a face-up Technician for us. Just puts a lot of extra permanents on the battlefield, and we do have some decent removal to deal with whatever bombs they might be playing. The problem with is that a lot of the bombs in this format just are natural 2-for-1s, like Tolsimir and cards like Izoni. So in terms of bombs, I'm hoping they're playing cards that are more just, hey, this is a large monster that you need to kill. With no sweet ETB effect. Yeah, that would be my preference. Next turn we can go face down Nightdrinker Moray and then Runebrand Drop. What did I say? What did I say? I just had to open my mouth. I just had to open my mouth. All right, I'm just going to shock this now because I don't want a combat trick to blow me out there. And then I'm going to use Torch on the 5/5, I believe, while I can. What do I want to... Because that's not a great trade, though, right? Yeah, it's fine. Let's get in. I wonder what I want to suspect with the Juggler. I can suspect something small, and if I suspect something small, then later on I can use that creature as a way to kill something big, which is nice. All right, Fairy Snoop down. Novice Inspector. Okay, they got a bunch of nice little... They got a bunch of creatures that actually work pretty well with the Forum Familiar, which is pretty nice. Do I target the Juggler itself? I mean, I think it's just play 2 creatures this turn. Let's attack with the Flyer. Let's play this face down. You know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't mind having a 1/1 flyer with Menace and you having that as an option to sack. The thing is now if they use a removal spell on this creature, it's fine, right? It's not that bad. Whereas now if they just play something large, I can just sack the Juggler. Now, the worst case scenario, I guess, is if they kill the Juggler, then I've suspected a Thopter, but even then, I mean, the alternative was to target the Moroi. Interesting. Interesting attack. Okay. Inside source. All right, they are going very, very wide here. Let's attack. And I think this is probably a decent turn to keep up Murder. I feel like some tricks are afoot. We shall see. And if not, I can crack my clue. And we have these flyers to get in with. This could also be a pretty good opportunity for them to use Bite Down on Crime. I'm just going to go with the trade here. No more freebies for you. Okay. Let's murder that. Let's attack for 5 in the air. And let's play more creatures, shall we? All right, so now we're at 16, they're at 8. We still have a Torch the Witness to kill something. We still have this clue. We can also sack the Scene of the Crime at some point if we need. So we have some decent blockers set up. Case File Auditor, interesting. Miss. They did not miss. Burden of Guilt? Okay. That's a very interesting attack. We'll leave it at interesting. Yeah, Burden of Guilt on Night Drinker Moroi is actually not bad. We still can get in for 2 in the air. That's a face down. I am kind of interested in killing that face down card. But let's go ahead and attack with these 2. What were you? Dog Walker. Yeah, I don't mind killing that. We don't die to an on the job here, so that's still good. Happy enough with this trade. We got a bunch of clues that we can sack as well. Oh, come on! Silly, silly, silly. Silly, silly, silly. Silly, silly, silly. Well, at least we have a way to kill it. But now we're on the defensive for sure. We had to kill it that turn because they could attack us and make more spiders. But we're now definitely on the defensive. If we can somehow beat Tolsimeter and Izoni, that would be wild. That would be ridiculous. I mean, we got this ANZRAG. Oh, man. Let's start whittling away at these spider tokens. I doubt I'm going to find something better than playing Quake Mole. But might as well crack this clue. You never know. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Let's do this for green. And let's play ANZRAG. Hey, you tapped it. Let's hope they don't have a removal spell. They still have 2 cards left in hand, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a make your move or what have you. But if they don't have a removal spell, then the ANZRAG can do a lot of damage here. Tunnel Tipster. No, it's a bite down on crime. Wait, no, it's not. Okay, they just have this face down card as the last thing. They can attack us. Okay. ANZRAG must be blocked each combat. I mean, they're going to block it anyways, right? They're going to block in a way where this dies. So let's go ahead and crack this clue. See if we can find a backup ANZRAG. Or remove like an instant speed removal spell. Nope. Let's crack this clue. That was a series of very unfortunate draw steps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So the question becomes, is it worth it to attack with the ANZRAG? And I think the answer is sadly no. Because basically all it can do is kill like a tipster and a spider. I mean, it kills 2 things and then I get to untap the Leering Onlooker. Is that still worth it? And then the Leering Onlooker blocks and then I make a couple of 1/1s in the air? Maybe. Huh. Yeah, maybe it is good. The thing is, ANZRAG must be blocked. Oh, my Nitric Amori gets to untap, but I think they're going to tap it down with the Burden of Guilt. But they might not see it. There is like a chance they don't see it. They're double blocking like that. Okay. Wonder if they're afraid of like a combat trick. I think it's a double block with like 2/2 power things. Probably. Unless you want to play around a combat trick, then you put more creatures in front of it. Or like a removal spell, because I did have a lot of removal. If they make the kind of conservative safe block, or like the normal block, then it's not as good for us. Oh, it's a dog walker. Oof. Oh no. Yep. Nope, they remember the tap, sadly. All right. That was probably the worst possible thing that could have happened. Two, three, four, five, six. Okay. Let's block Case File Auditor. Do I have like a +3/+0 pump spell of some kind? I don't have a Chases on. I have Toxin Analysis. I have like Murders and stuff. Okay, well, 4 lands in a row is not going to get it done, sadly. Yep. All right, they got us. We block 2 things and we take infinite damage and we die. Look, hey, we put up a pretty good fight, all things considered, against the Izoni Tolsimir. We put up a pretty decent fight, but ultimately, I think if we were able to find 1 or 2 more relevant removal spells or creatures, we would have been able to have a chance. But when we drew land, cracked a clue, drew a land, cracked our Scene of the Crime, drew a land, and then drew another land for the next turn, then you're not going to win. Not against those bombs. All right, another Scene of the Crime. Just think of it as a bonus land, okay? Because I have the Case of the Shattered Pact. Just think of it as a bonus land, and that way you can shield your eyes. It doesn't look quite as bad. I'm going to play this turn 1 this time, just because I do have Shock if they play a 2-drop. Oh, I'm definitely shocking that. Actually, hold on. I'm torching this. The reason being is I can shock the face down creature. Right? And this still gives me a clue. Oh, okay, it's a red herring. I'm going to do that because I'm going to cast Case of the Shatter Pact and go get a swamp. And I don't want them to combat trick me out just to deal like a ton of damage. So, I mean, I guess they could, but I'd rather not. And we have a ton of removal spells right now, so I think we're okay. Well, Tin Street Gossip is quite good. So I kind of want to wait on this. I'm just going to play the Quake Mole. Now, of course, if they have a bite spell specifically, it's not great. But I want to be able to use Deadly Complication and get the +1/+1 counter, which means I need to draw another land. If I draw a mountain or a swamp, I can cast Runebrand Juggler plus Deadly Complication. If they had Bite Down on Crime, they would have done it first and attacked me. So they don't have that. So it's probably just like a... Okay, it's a Panther. I mean, I probably just want to bash for 8 if I can. So if they do play a face down card, I'm probably just using the Deadly Complication if I have to. Oh, and a face down card? Interesting. Okay. So now the question is, do I just play out 2 creatures? Or do I use the Deadly Complication on Tin Street Gossip? Not drawing... Yeah, because they were able to have a pretty explosive turn there. And then what do I suspect with the Runebrand Juggler? Probably ANZRAG. Yeah, let's do that. All right. I mean, I can also suspect the Leering Onlooker. I just don't think I'm going to get the opportunity to, like, you know, sack my thing and give something -5/-5. This is a nice natural combination, but I want the Leering Onlooker to be able to block. This makes it really, really tough. This guarantees that ANZRAG is going to be a 2-for-1 instead of giving them the option of just blocking with the Tin Street Gossip. I'm just going to try to prevent as much damage as I can here. And block the Tin Street Gossip. And a Sample Collector from the opponent. Why didn't they play that ahead? Oh, I guess because they had the face down card. Interesting. Huh. So I can kind of just clean up the entire board here. So I can use Deadly Complication to kill the Tin Street Gossip. We'll see what they do. And I can also gain a ton of life. Should I... I think I want to turn it in... let's see. Do I want to keep it suspected or not? I guess we keep it suspected. Now, they do have this face down card. They have 4 mana available. Okay, they didn't use it. Have target suspected creature can be no longer decline. I'm not even sure how good this is. I haven't played with this card that much. Okay, they're cracking a clue. Let's see. Wow. No blocks? Hold on. No blocks? Okay. Let's gain some life. They were trying to race us, but now we're at 19 with the toxin analysis. Toxin analysis ANZRAG gains a lot of life. Lots and lots of life. So ANZRAG needs to be double blocked here, so they need to keep 2 creatures back for that one. Why did they attack with Sharp-Eyed Rookie? Doesn't this have Vigilance? I don't know what's happening. Why did this not attack? Nice, some kind of a tricky removal spell would be awesome here to go with the ANZRAG. I can just play a face-up Gadget Technician that might... Oh, honestly, making 2 1/1 flyers is probably ideal here. So, let's see. Let me think here. I mean, I can attack with this too, right? I guess this just trades everything. That's what happens. Are we good with that? Do we want to trade 2 face-down creatures? Or do we keep this? Well, this kind of has to attack. The thing is, they're representing Dogwalker. Yeah, let's do it. Oh no, this is way worse if they have Dogwalker because their face-down card can attack ANZRAG. Yeah, this is awful. No, I should not have attacked with the Juggler. I should have attacked with the ANZRAG first and see what happens. Yeah, I just threw away a creature for no reason. Oh, it could also be a Felonious Rage, maybe? That's a Felonious Rage. Okay. Yeah, that room brat. Oh, they did have a Dogwalker. Why didn't they just flip that over? That was really... I just threw away the Roombrand Juggler. I should have just attacked. Yeah, I should have just attacked with the thing. This is unacceptable. Unacceptably bad play from me. I do apologize, folks. Inexplicable bad play. Yeah, that's mega bad. Oh my god. I mean that could literally end up costing us this game. How do I want to do this? If I play a blocker, they can make 2 4-power creatures. I block 1. Okay, I need to keep a creature back. So we can block 2 things and make a flyer. Now, if they have a combat trick, then we're dead. But we should be dead already because of the Sharp-Eyed Rookie. But we should have an extra creature in play. I mean, with the way that we block here, we technically go to 1 if they have nothing. All right, we're at 1. 2 flyers. This is one of the messier games I've played. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh! We did not deserve to win that game. That, I mean, just proof that even at high mythic, like, look, I never claimed to be the best player or even close. But that was one of those games where I'm like, do I upload this? Because that was so embarrassingly bad that that it kind of rattles you a little bit. But gonna keep it going here. Shake it off. We're 2-1. And try to fix things. Try to fix things. A little bit of a slow hand here. I'm gonna keep it, but we have turn 3 Offender at large. Hopefully the toxin analysis, the life gain helps. I mean, the toxin analysis on the ANZRAG was incredible. We also have Leyline of Scene of the Crime. We just draw it in the opener every time. They put hard-hitting question into the grave. Oh, they put 2 things into the graveyard. So they're really digging for lands, it looks like. All right, we drew the Quake Mole. But they did go 1-drop, 2-drop. Now, granted, they're 1-powered creature, so it's not too bad. Okay, that means they're going to play another 2-mana card. Wow. That's quite the curve. That is a good curve. Let us play a face-down card and do some damage control here. But they put the hard-hitting question on the bottom, so I feel like they have another bite hard-hitting question or a fight spell of some sort. Hard-hitting question or bite down they can't cast. I mean, I am thrilled with that trade. Alley Assailant from the opponent. Interesting. So I can murder the Alley Assailant, or I can just run out Person of Interest. Kind of want to save the murder. Guess I'll play Person of Interest. The only problem with Person of Interest is I'm guaranteed to take 3 here. Definitely blocking one of these other 2 creatures, but it just puts more stuff on the board. And then I can tap down the Person of Interest to cast the ANZRAG next turn. Well, we'll see. I mean, I could also attack with the Person of Interest, and as I have Toxin Analysis up. Like, maybe that's good? Like, just clearing the board for the Quake Mole doesn't seem bad. Even though they were kind of dinky creatures. Hopefully they don't have Bite Down on Crime. I just don't think I can wait till I have 7 mana to cast ANZRAG plus Murder, probably. And this is just a big creature to have in play. Wow, I just realized, oh my god! This is a blue creature! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We can... Does this give lifelink? No, flying, double strike, and vigil... Oh my gosh. That is something to be mindful of. I don't know that we're going to use it now. Because I kind of want to just murder Alley Assailant and attack for 10. That is cool, though. I could also play... What? No? Well, hold on. I can also play Clandestine Meddler. Oh, no, that's better. Yeah. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to get a mountain here, I think. Guess we keep that. Oh my gosh, we're about to flip Case of the Shattered Pact. Yes! Red, green, black, blue, white. No big deal. No big deal. We have flipped Case of the Shattered Pact with ANZRAG in play. That can threaten to do lots and lots of damage. I mean, it doesn't matter though, because I can even just target any of the other creatures, right? And next turn, we can still play a face down card plus murder. Sure, the Moroi gets in. But what does this get? Flying Double Strike Vigilance? They have 2 cards in hand. Let's see what they have. I feel like if they had a removal spell, they would have killed the ANZRAG already. I got a mountain. I could have gotten a forest too. No, it's okay. I wanted to be able to play Krenko's Buzz Crusher without having to tap down a creature. Oh man. I think this is the first time I've actually triggered Case of the Shattered Pact. Oh no! No! That's disappointing. That is disappointing. Oh well. What does it get? Flying, Double Strike, and Vigilance. Okay. Okay. We're at 5. Let's play a face down Night Drinker Moroi. Pass the turn. Vein Ripper. Ripper of Veins. So what happens if I kill Night Drinker Moroi? I think they'd just die. Yeah, they're dead. Because I can just make this fly, and then flip this up and attack with both. Whew, close one. Vein Ripper is a good magic card. Yeah, but if I make this fly, the triggers happen, the damage happens before the trigger happens, so we're okay. Is it worth it to even crack a clue? Okay. Ooh, close one. Close one. That is lethal. Double trigger goes on the stack. All right, beat the Vein Ripper with the flipped Case of the Shattered Pact. With the flipped Case of the Shattered Pact. That is awesome. All right. 3-1 with our somewhat janky Jund deck. I am first, and I'll keep. I don't play with this card enough. I know it's really good with like a Killer Among Us, but I didn't really think about anything else. Yeah. Nice little beatdown creature here. Let's play the Offender at Large. Private Eye. Interesting. Well, that was a good draw. Let's kill that. Let's play this and attack. I don't want to trade my face down card for Exo Specialist, especially since I'm 1 mana away from flipping the Offender at Large. They played 2 quality cards so far, though. Exo Specialist into Private Eye is very strong. Projector Inspector. I'm happy enough trading the Bystander. Like, that's fine. Oh, another Projector Inspector. Interesting. Ooh, that's a murder. Does that change anything? I can just go for like the hyper aggressive play here. And keep getting in with my Runebrand Juggler. Yeah, let's just do that. And we'll do this trade as well. Yep. Then next turn we can flip this up too. And that's going to be pretty hard for them to attack through. Now, obviously, if they like slam Ezreal next turn or something, it is what it is. But I feel like with the 5 mana, the Fender at large will do a good amount of work. That's an ANZRAG. Might as well flip it up for maximum damage. Hau's the Vigilante. Okay. I don't think they're attacking us. It's kind of interesting. I can use the Runebrand Juggler to kill the Vigilante. I can also just play ANZRAG. I can attack with Offender at large and trade that with the Vigilante. That might be pretty good. Just given the current board state. But, okay, well, if I use the Runebrand Juggler to kill the Vigilante, then my Offender at large trades with these 2 creatures. It makes me take a turn off. And it kills the face down card, but then I can't play the ANZRAG. I'm just going to attack with Offender at large and offer the trade with the Vigilante. Yeah, I really want to play ANZRAG this turn. And then, now that I don't need the green, end of turn I can sack the Scene of the Crime. And I still have Runebrand Juggler up as a way to kill an opposing blocker and still force ANZRAG to get in for more damage. Now, if this is a Crowd Control Warden, that's a 6/6. Okay, them cracking the clue means that they can't flip up whatever this face down card is. It could be a Museum Nightwatch. Hedge Maze, okay, so they have a solid blue-white deck, and they're splashing green for something really good, I'm sure. Like a Doppelgang, Kellen, something along those lines. Wow. Okay. I mean, they have to have like a... Hold on here. Now I don't want to sack the Scene of the Crime. I feel like they have a bounce spell or something, no? Oh, it's a tapper. Okay. Sure. All right, in that case, let's go ahead and crack the clue now still. So now the question is, are we willing to trade Runebrand Juggler for the Granite Witness? Drawing a land there was not ideal. The problem is if I do that, the ANZRAG just trades with these 2 creatures, but I guess they have double blocks available as is, and this just makes me take a lot of damage. I don't know. I'm going to just wait, I think. Like, I still have 6 mana up, so if I wanted to kill one of these creatures end of turn, I can still have that as an option. But this gives me more options. All right, they hit 8 mana. Okay, oh, it's just Market Watch Phantom. Okay. All right, they only attacked with the Granite Witness. I'll let this happen. Come on, deck! Come on! That's not what we wanted. So if I attack with ANZRAG, they're going to block with like this Market Watch Phantom and this Novice Inspector. No, they might actually have to triple block, right? Yeah, that's actually not bad. I should probably just take the 3-for-1 here. Wait. Okay. Oh, I guess now the Market Watch Phantom can block. So we just don't attack? Because they can block with either of these? Alright. Decent block, actually, from the opponent. Oh, God. That's really annoying. That is... okay. I mean, just... Any kind of action here. Okay. That is pretty good action, actually. We have, what, 9 mana? 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't have the mana to, like, play it, suspect it, and fling it. I think we're just in a similar spot, though. Interesting. Okay. And then we just don't attack again. And then we play Repeat Offender. Private Eye, what a draw. Holy cow. So now that is just the 1-for-1 trade there. Removal spell. I mean, one good oh, yes. Yes. I'm going to do it for 3 to play one around Auspicious Arrival. All right. Let's draw a card. Okay. I'm going to attack with the... I can attack with Repeat Offender, can't I? So let's activate this. And then attack with both. Yep. And then my Repeat Offender gets to attack again. Okay. Okay. All right, Repeat Offender. You're my last hope. Come on. Yes. Wow. We got some close ones. We have some close games. Our opponent also ended up getting flooded, but they had a fantastic deck. Double Private Eye with a bunch of detectives, and we did not run into whatever green card they splashed. Probably like Tolsimir or Doppelganger. But, all right, 4-1. 4-1, rank number 5 still. Rank number 5 still. Let's keep this going. ANZRAG doing some serious, serious work. Another somewhat slowish hand. We would like a 2-drop. Oh, especially against turn 1 Frantic Scapegoat. We are playing against a Boros gamer for sure. Yeah, we might just get run over. It's like either we need it to be on the play or have a 2-drop. Oh, it's a Rakdos gamer. We have lots of removal, so we don't have to hold on to them too tightly. We just want to not die. That's it. We just want to not die. Especially with Torch, like, we kind of have the late game when we draw double Torch. Man, their creatures are just really hard to deal with. Like, I just can't block any of these things. I don't want to play this face up. All right. I just... okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's problematic. Yeah, they're still going to get us here. Ooh, long goodbye is great. But they can make... Oh, man. They can still make tokens. I mean, I'm going to crack a clue here. And I still have to use long goodbye. I need to find a red source. I need to find a red source to be able to cast a Buzz Crusher, because that'll at least help slow down what they have. They're probably going to pass and make 2 1/1s. Yep. Huh. I guess we can play... I mean, this is a flyer, technically. Yeah. This Gorehound is... Yeah, I think we're like... pretty low chance of winning this game just because they have so many just like... evasive creatures with the concealed weapon. There's a lot of chip damage going on here. Oh shoot, holy cow. All right, I am not. I mean, they probably had something, but that's... I cannot believe I didn't flip this up. Okay, Paul. I'll give them the oops. I mean, I'm going to flip this up. We're going to lose to the person of interest anyways, but... yeah, that was... awful. Awful. I'm actually going to play this face down. I swear this time I'm going to remember to flip this up, though. Oh my god, I should have eaten a bat. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they might have had a removal spell, but if they did, they wouldn't have played the person of interest. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, we're just dead. Yeah, that was horrible. That was horrible, Paul. You know, sometimes talking and playing, my brain is just not big enough, and I just click through things. I just click through things, but let's keep it going. Keep it going. 4-2. Not gonna hit rank 1 playing that way though. Oh gosh, another... I mean, I'm gonna keep it, but man. Literally, scene of the crime in every opener. Just need something cheap. Okay. That's the thing. At least Torch the Witness does act as a cheap thing that I can play. Forensic Researcher. Gonna play the Gadget Technician here. And then I can flip it up to make a token and then also tap the Scene of the Crime for mana. This hand doesn't have as much removal. So... and then they're gonna play their land. Oh, Thinking Cap. Interesting. All right. Well, stuck on 3 lands, sadly. We have plenty of plays to make. If we draw a land, we can slam the ANZRAG again. Thinking Cap does turn the Researcher into a 2/5. Makes the Torch the Witness a lot worse. No blocks here from us, of course. So maybe they play something like a Cold Case Cracker here. Oh, Griffnot Tracker. Okay. No land here again. Let's do this just to try to find them. We're going to mill 2 lands. Oh, we milled 1 land. Getting them somewhat low so that we can put them in awkward spots with the ANZRAG seems pretty good. Now, what happens if I do draw a land next turn? Lots of different options, right? I can double spell, I can Krenko's Buzz Crusher, I can ANZRAG. They haven't used the removal spell yet. All right, it looks like, I don't know why they want to tap a blue though. Why do you need so much white mana available? Oh, okay, they're going double blue. Oh, okay. Okay, well. That's Zoni, Tolsimir, Ezrim. Got some good cards we're playing against, and we still haven't found a land. Yep. I'm just gonna crack this clue here. Oh, no, hold on. I could kill the forensic researcher. I need to basically just be able to get to a point where I can play the Buzz Crusher. The thing is, they can put the thinking cap on the Ezrim. Yeah, let's just draw a card. I gotta put some lands together here. We don't have any extracts. Okay. No attacks, obviously. We'll discard Innocent Bystander. You know, my opponent is not behind on board and they have an Ezrim in play. What do you think? And it effectively has Vigilance with Forensic Researcher. What percent chance, from this spot, what percent chance do I have to win with no Extract the Confession in my deck? 10%? 5%? I'm going to put it at 5%. Maybe that's me being, yeah, 5%. It would have to be something weird where they just literally draw 6 lands in a row. But they even have, never mind. It might just be, okay. You know what? Opponent? I'm just letting them have their fun. What is this? Oh, come on. What, is that all you got? Is that all you got? Look at this. Bam. Block. Easy block. All right, I'm dead. All right, well, you know, we had a couple of 7-win runs. This one didn't go so well. I thought our deck was okay, not incredible. It might have ended up being better with blue-red because I think we would have picked up a second Gleaming Gear Drake to go with a Satchel. But I do believe that black was also open here. But, I mean, just like some of the cards that we lost to Zoni. In this particular game, I don't think we would have been able to beat Ezrim anyways. That was just going to be a tough task, but we had great removal, right? Great removal, and we had a couple of ANZRAGs to splash for winning. So I think, honestly, going 4 wins here is probably about expectation. 4 to 5-ish, probably closer to 4. So, I mean, this is kind of expected. Obviously, in that like I said, wouldn't have beaten the Ezrim. Couldn't have beaten the Izoni Tolsimir deck, and then the Rakdos deck with that really, really quick start. We definitely punted there by not flipping over the Moroi, but I think they probably would have gotten us anyways. So 4 and 3 was kind of expected. I tried my best to read the signals. I wanted to be green. I just don't think green was open. We certainly got green in pack 2, but I think the only other place we could have ended up was blue-red, splashing the ANZRAG. But ANZRAG definitely overperformed. It was great. You know, we had a bunch of removal. It just put your opponents in really tough spots. It's almost, especially with all the removal that we have for big creatures, it's almost a guaranteed 2-for-1, especially if we can also suspect it with cards like Runebrand Juggler or the Clandestine Meddler. So I was really happy with the ANZRAGs. They beat people down. They beat people down. Maybe the one change I would have made, maybe in hindsight, also in the draft, was take the Gravestone Strider over the Scene of the Crime, just to give myself a 2-drop and also a way to cast the ANZRAG and my other spells a little easier. Even casting Murder here was a little bit difficult at times. And also, Scene of the Crime made things kind of awkward with cards like the Runebrand Juggler as well. So, little things here and there, but, you know, 4-3, not every draft can be awesome, but here we are. We're still rank 7, right? We went 4-3, we're still rank 7, so hopefully we can make another climb tomorrow. If you wanted to support this channel, I did open up my Patreon. The link is in the description below. Again, thank you to all the current patrons. You really do help me continue making this content, and I really do appreciate it very much. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.